wieder in der Traktion.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer activated. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Charge transfer initiated.
Sweetie's backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
Ja, morgen werde ich ins Meer gehen und nicht mehr rausgehen. Okay. 30 Grad im Schatten. Ah, 2 Minuten noch. Gehen runter.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Das kommt drauf an. Also in meinem Leben-Dings ist es genauso, sage ich mal, preiswert. Das kommt dann echt drauf an, wo man lebt. Es gibt zum Beispiel Selema und so weiter. Das sind so richtig die High Society Sachen eben. Da kannst du auch über 1000 Euro für eine Wohnung zahlen, weißt du? Und, aber von Leben her und Dings ist es genauso, sag ich mal, preiswert. Also, easy leistbar halt eben, ne? Aber das Gute ist halt hier wegen die Steuern halt, ne? Das ist halt echt gegen Steuern. Und als Freelancer, da lohnt sich das halt. Aber für mich halt mehr jetzt, also gut, vor Jahren wäre das nicht genug gewesen hier. Aber nach all den Umzügen und Reisen und so weiter, liebe ich jetzt hier die Ruhe, also genau wo ich bin.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Aber man kann genau hier leben, also locker leben, angenehm. Es kommt immer auf einen Menschen selbst drauf an, also wie er lebt natürlich. Aber ich trinke nichts oder kaufe, wenn ich nur was brauche zum Beispiel, weißt du, also das meiste Geld, wo ich ausgebe, ist Essen. Da schaue ich nicht aufs Geld, weißt du, also wenn man da aufs Geld schauen muss, dann ist es traurig.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Gut, aber ich koche sehr viel, weißt du? Also ich koche sehr viel, ich koche sehr gerne. Aber es gibt ein paar Sachen, die ich nicht mache. Also wie Sushi und
Agent charge compromised.
das ist nicht klug.
Charge transfer activated. Hostile radio intercepted.
Und Sushi oder manchmal gehe ich so All You Can Eat und trotzdem preiswert, also
Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
ich habe halt den Vorteil, ich bin nicht verheiratet, keine Kinder, also habe ich ein anderes Leben, glaube ich.
Charge transfer activated.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent,
Und
take out their
halt
comms. They can't
Inselleben
call for
halt,
more
also
backup.
ich bin das halt gewohnt, ich war mit 18 schon in Gran Canaria und Griechenland ein paar Jahre, also
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agents, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Oh, da liegt nichts fertig.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Nichts fertig. Bärchen, Bärchen, ja, here we go.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses.
Okay.
Good work, Agent.
Na, früher bin ich nie Abstieg gelaufen, aber
True Sons have
dann
this
mit
area
dem Level
locked down.
30,
You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Ja, ich habe es wegen den Blaupausen gemacht eben. Okay. Wegen Level 30 habe ich das gemacht, weißt du, da hatte ich auch dann ein 60 Chance, 180 Crit-Schadenbild. Wegen der genannten Gruppe und Jessica halt.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Und jetzt mal manchmal nur den Dings halt Nemesis laufe eben, also mache ich immer nur die leichten, was die Türen, so dass ich eine halbe Stunde durch bin, also ab Loop 4. Ja, obwohl zu zweit geht es auch gut, wenn du jemanden hast, der abdeckt.
Waiting backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building.
Solange wir wissen, was sie tun, also speziell für halt den Rooks, also für diese Nemesis halt, ne? Dass du halt nur Schaum, Blender oder Notfall geht auf Sticky Bomb, weil das liefert dich eh nicht.
Terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Waiting backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Geht's dann nicht wieder besser.
Take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Ich verschießen kann nach der Arbeit. Mal wieder Studio oder spielen. Das beruhigt mich immer.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Incoming backup request.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
One dead tango. So you're giving the orders now?
Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer completed. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Shade sector exposed to melee.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Was stimmt doch? Ich habe irgendwas, mache ich falsch. Immer noch 2 Würf. Was? Okay. Wenn man die Karte sieht. Jetzt gehe ich kurz rüber.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for info. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Ach Mann, no. Kommt nicht rein. Mal kurz den Bug auf und lade ihn ein, damit der eine Frage beantworten kann, wenn es fängt. Oder kann ich ihn hier einladen? Das ist schwierig.
Good work, Agent.
Du bist stumm. Ja, ja, aber du bist hier, also ich... Was die? Ich frage aus Respekt. Okay, dann lade ich ihn an. Ist ein angenehmer Typ, der Ari. Den helfe ich gerne. Schon über 20 Level. Also 19. Rutsch, schon wieder. Dieser Jessica-Knietings war auch einmalig, ne? Also den habe ich auch nie mitbekommen. Doch nicht, ne? Stell dir vor, der mit Kopfschussschaden und Waffenhändchen. Ja, Spaß bis Sniper, dass du halt doch ein bisschen nochmal 10% mehr Kopfschuss hast und Waffenhändling. Nur Spaß. Hast du das neue Bild schon getestet? Dieses Bemessungsdingsbums? Ja, nicht. Hört sich nicht so interessant an. Achso. Ah, du bist rein PvP-Spieler? Okay. Ja, das ist nicht so meins. Tatsächlich. Das sieht die da. Okay. Und noch 2, 5, 4, 2, 0, 5, 14 Gramm. Achso, er ist jetzt nicht online, hat nur geschrieben. Was schreibt der? Irgendwie mache ich was falsch. Immer noch 2 von 4. Zeitweise war auch 0 von 4. Dann mit den 16 Karten Fragezeichen. Bin ab heute 22, 30, 33 online. Okay, 2 von 4. Ach so, der meint wahrscheinlich die Kontrollpunkte. Das hat er nicht rausgefunden. Okay, na gut, das ist einfach. Das kann es sein. Nicht mehr rauchen. Ne, ich glaube, er hat noch nicht diesen rausgefunden, diese Karten, die 16 von 16, die aus dem Boston Secret, ne, was du, also Secret ist er nicht. Wo du den tötest, kriegst du eine Karte und wenn du 16 Stück hast, dann kriegst du das Echo, ne? Hm? Infrastrukturkarte? Ja, Schlüssel habe ich schon gesammelt, ja, ein paar, ja, ja. Ja, aber er meint, glaube ich, ja, ich habe schon ein paar Schlüssel gesammelt, aber er meint wahrscheinlich die Kontrollpunkte, ähm, dass diese 4 von 4, weißt du, 4 Rikers, 4 mal Cleaners und das hat er nicht. Ja, genau. Warte, muss ich auch gleich lauter machen. Sag's nochmal, was meintest du? Okay. Der hat mal geschrieben 2 von 4 und dann hat er 0 auf 4, aber ich glaube, er hat vielleicht ein Agent gewechselt, weil du musst das bei jedem entweder auf eine Agent halt alles machen. Sag Bescheid, wenn du weißt, was dir fehlt. Oh, ähm, ohne zu sterben von der einen, also es gibt ja die zwei Zonen, ne? Die, ähm, ja, die rechte und linke, die sind ja gespalten, das sind ja zwei Zonen. Ne? Verstehst du, was ich meine? Du hast diese Dumbo und wie die andere heißt, ich weiß es nicht, ich bin jetzt ja nicht auf der Karte, kann nicht reinschauen. Und du musst aber ohne zu sterben die beiden da so überkreuzen nur und die Kontrollpunkte einnehmen halt, ne? Ganz einfach. Das war aber nicht so gut beschrieben, weil beim anderen ist gut beschrieben. Da musst du ja auch, glaube ich, 3 Kontrollpunkte machen, 2 Missionen, 20 Bilder vom Gegner, ohne zu sterben. Da steht's dabei aber auf Deutsch. Also die Missionen in Dumbo und Dings halt. Du musst eine Dumbo-Mission laufen, die Klinik und dann halt eine, weiß nicht, die andere halt. Kannst aber alles auf normal machen. Und Bilder ist auch einfach, wenn du irgendwo Ads siehst, gehst du irgendwo in Deckung, tust die Kamera raus, machst ein Foto und dann wieder und wieder. Aber du musst halt, also ohne in Kampf zu sein natürlich, wenn du alleine bist, ist nicht gut. Weil ich habe es alleine gemacht, aber ich war einfach in Cover, ich habe die gesehen, so Ressourcenkonvoi kommt irgendwo vorbei, oben am Dach, links runter und versucht jeden einzeln ganz nah zu fotografieren, das mehrfach zählt. Und ja, habe es dann abgeschlossen. Aber du darfst nicht mal runter in die Knie gehen. Also das zählt auch schon nicht mehr. Also nicht nur sterben, sondern auch wenn du einmal am Boden liegst und dann die Wiederbelebe hebt dich gleich auf, obwohl du gar nicht ganz tot warst, ähm, geht schon wieder nicht. Also darfst nicht runtergehen. Sind ziemlich einfach eigentlich, wenn man weiß wie. Ja. Mir ist halt immer noch die Submit-Belohnung verpackt. Die eine. Ich weiß noch nicht, wie ich das machen soll. Ich brauche einen neuen Spieler, der es noch nicht gemacht hat, damit ich mir alle 5 Stufen anschauen kann. Hui.
Agent in need of backup. radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons are doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Charge exposed. Activated charge transfer. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Exposed to melee.
Waiting backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Selbst in der Luft.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
Ja, schade, dass der
We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
Direktive verpackt ist, ne? Du kriegst nur 4. Ja, die Ongoing, also die Direktiven, das hast du schon gemerkt, ne? Sind verpackt.
You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Aber wenigstens ist der Server wieder smoother, also angenehmer. Das war ja echt schlimm.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for us. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Charge compromised. Activated charge transfer. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's
the
vault to
Türen
secure
hier.
their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Exposed to melee.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
I got this. Let's not wait. Watch that arm.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
National Bond. Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Charge exposed.
Oh, was mache ich denn?
Activated charge transfer. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's
Kraft
vault
mit
to
dem
secure
Event
their
kommst du
weapons.
41 Millionen
So
Schaden.
that's where you need to go.
Die Pistole. Fertig. Mitschüssen fertig.
Activated charge transfer.
We need backup. At National Bond, division agents have
Und jetzt
infiltrated the
muss ich
building.
öfter schießen.
Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Bin zu faul.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Ja, das hier spiele ich schon sehr lange. Also, so war ich überrascht, dass das wenige kennen.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Agent requesting backup.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent. True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Eigentlich hätte ich geplant, dass ich 5000 habe. Wieso? Was war in Aussicht?
Take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Achso, ja. Sicher noch eine Stunde. Sicher noch eine Stunde.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Und da wenn so schon läuft, das hat euch einen guten Tag. Dann laufe ich manchmal 100 Leveln.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses in the White House.
Aber jetzt fehlen mir noch
True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
27.
We can
Ich
use
halte
this
lange
info to
offen.
shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
Eine halbe Stunde fix.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Ich brauche einen perfekten Rucksack und den neuen. Ich habe zwar den Status als der Waffen hinten. Come on.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer activated.
Oh. Weil ich das Dumme von Cover zu Cover machen möchte. Erledigt mich gleich selbst hier.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Dummheit gehört bestraft.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Charge exposed.
We need backup. At National Bond,
Ja,
division
mach das
agents have
natürlich,
infiltrated
natürlich.
the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.
Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer brain zone. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Yeah, somehow, unfortunately, the fifth ongoing directive is bugged. We only get 4.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses
Otherwise,
at
I
the
will
White
get
House.
always
True Sons
2 levels
identified
minimum.
several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
Now it takes a bit
We can use
longer.
this info to
Sometimes you
shore
get
up our
2, like,
defenses. Good work,
118.
Agent.
So every time, like, it's crossing a bit. Because you need 1400, I get only 1100, whatever. So it takes a bit, yeah, 25%, a bit longer. Oh, I could check this actually. So I was working, I had a long day, a long week actually, so I'm really... This one I like to play to calm down. I played it solo. As you see, I have a cigarette, like, there's no pressure.
True Sons have this area locked down.
So
You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
sometimes it's nice for me to do that. Also the plus point is, like you see, I level up really quick. So the skills, from cover to cover, I need only 2. Special, okay. Burn them, close fight. Okay, some stuff I cannot. Yeah, some stuff. Oh, battery goes low. So some stuff I cannot do with this here. I would need to change. But yes, I try to get. I'm going to do my 5,000 points now, quick. And I like this one. Like I said, after like a long day today, I was really my brain is cooked, and we have summer, like we have 30 degrees in the shadow. So I'm literally done. But that's why I like this one now. This calms me down. So before I watch a movie, which we have seen every movie in my age already, all the same, just new actors. So therefore I like to play Division, otherwise yes. I would not have 13,500
Hostile radio
hours.
intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance.
I like, I don't know, Division 1, I liked a lot too, just not the second or 30. Second or 30, I don't remember. I mean, talking about years back now. They did huge mistakes with changing all the time their builds.
We need backup. At National Bond,
Like, not builds, sets, like complete set they changed.
Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
And I lost my interest because we found that hack finally dead and they changed the game. Like you had a crit chance, crit damage build, but then it was like skill, or whatever mixed. So the build was for nothing anymore. That's what you farmed so hard after 1 year that you came playing, and it was not easy to farm. Was gone.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Let's get some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Vision 2,
Backup request.
way better. So the only thing what they changed sometimes was the weapon that they have. I mean, not even so often, you know. They changed fuses on this one.
We can
think
use this
now.
info to shore up our defenses.
I have no time
Good work,
doing
Agent.
the weapon, like you know, Ouroboros was the amazingest one. Then they changed it. Then this SMG was better, and that, and that, and that. Which is fine with me, but not if you change completely build. Let's say you have, you know, the Providence build, the proper damage for a raid. And then you have like 50 whatever crit chance, 200 crit damage, and then update. And this build now is skill build or whatever, like a tank build. And you need to, you know.
True Sons have this area locked
So
down.
thanks gosh,
You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
this was way better what they did now. They just nerfed sometimes something, but that's okay. Oh.
Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer activated. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. Can't afford to
That was
lose
bad.
that ordnance.
But the cover to cover is done now, so I don't need to do it anymore. Finally.
Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
Special weapon kills I could do, but then I need longer to run. So I played this one, if you're surprised, like how do I know that stuff? Like, I think this secret stuff mission is already over 2 years, no?
Agents have infiltrated the building.
I run that a
Sending
lot.
reinforcements.
Especially after work. Like now,
Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more
weekend,
backup.
I just need it. I need to come down, and that helps me. Try to get every shot correct, like be focused on something. Oh, that's different. Oh.
Active terminal
That was a
detected.
good run.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
In that way I leveled always up and got the gears, and it's nice. Like, it's a short mission. Now even the chest with a new item. So for my goal is now to go 5,000. I like to have
Use
5,000.
this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
So I'm missing 21 points only, then I'm done. And then I'm going to and then I'm going to Decent Nemesis run. There's 2 new comms. I like to get them. And somehow, like I listened to them, it seems they are connected with Brooklyn. If you listen to them,
True Sons have this
you
area
got some
locked
way
down.
about them.
You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
So I'm curious, so that's why I like to do them. Unfortunately, we're still missing blueprints, so we don't get all of them again. Don't ask me why. Oh no. Really? Where's my drone? I didn't see them. I have a feeling there is here somewhere. Oh, here.
Hostile
Bugger.
radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons.
In general,
So
it's
that's
always
where you
under
need to
2
go.
minutes if I run it, like, really fast. I want to run it fast. Now you saw I did from cover to cover things a little bit. One more, highlight this.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Oh, I forgot to now see that. What's disturbing me? The map. Oh,
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
so always aim in the front. If you say you play sniper, you hit everything very well. I do that. Never fall enemy when he's running. Always aim in the front of him. But then sometimes it's annoying because the stop are running right or whatever. But in general, the information I can give you, I play sniper like a lot, and that not only in Division. There are proper sniper games, and I love them. Especially one with the PS5 version, the
The
second
intel
one
you picked up was
of
an
Sniper
analysis of our
Contract 2.
defenses at the White House.
Oh, I got
The
ready
True
to
Sons
the levels
identified
again.
several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses.
Yeah,
Good work, Agent.
I don't need really loot, but I'm still hoping to get a backpack from the new item what I have right now, which has already headshot, vigilance. However, I would like to get them, of course, with weapon handling. Now I have status and didn't roll it, didn't roll the gear up from 12 at least, nothing. I'll leave it naked. Weapons, I have everything already. I did the weapons, you know, when we farmed like for material in this week before the update. I helped a lot of people. Like here, for example. And I did all the weapons because of the mask what we get maybe. When is another question. When, we don't know. But then at least have each weapon like LMG, things like non-named ones. So I'm trying to see how that works. I think this is very interesting. Having two talents on some weapon combination and builds could be very interesting. The only thing that I haven't tested yet is the new build, the new green build, which I don't know, it doesn't sound promising yet. But thing is, like with builds, you need to test them in different variation. That's why I have my third level, third agent. With him, I'm testing everything. And that's why I need still material a lot. You will say you have everything, you have all the builds. Yes-ish. But then I have an idea of a build. And when I have an idea of a build, it needs to be 100% that way. Not 99%, not whatever, exactly 100%. Because only when you have the right backpack and the chest, which is the hardest item sometimes to get, especially if you're looking for them, then you don't get them. Maybe you get them in a very bad condition. You need to roll a lot, which I don't care. That's why I farm these materials. And did I pick it up already now? Yeah. And then afterwards, sometimes straight afterwards, I get the item. You know what I mean? In nearly gold roll, where you think like, what the heck? I think everyone has this experience who knows about builds and want the build exactly the way how it should be. Like here, this build that I'm playing now, I can show you while I go and break for a cigarette. So, one thing I'm still not convinced. So this build I can run only because I'm solo. Otherwise the chest will be a headache. Like this one is not gold roll. For example, I don't need really anything, but if I want to build, I want the weapon handling on it. Why not? For example. Everything else is gold roll, that's why it's on 30. Besides this one, we still cannot make it re-roll, because I would like to have it with headshot and weapon handling, of course. Would make it different on the build if 10% headshot, of course. And if you have it on 30, I will come over 900 armor. Now on 868, which is already good. And one is another thing. I need to test it. If I get the chest from that brand with this talent, it's still so less. The first shot is maybe harder, but the problem is with that one, this is a huge difference. 150, like 1000 to 50. The other one is less. So if you play Leggy, you will feel it. And that's why for me still the Walker, perfect Headhunter, the golden ticket. Many people have the Habsburg, I think is his name. So let's go for secret. I think Habsburg is the name. I don't know. I forget what was the name. And the backpack. Yes, you make with the first shot when you play sniper more damage a bit. But when you have the stack, you make less damage. Instead, perfect Walker and a Rowdy backpack, for example. Like, test it. If you have both, test it. You will see the perfect Walker Headhunter. Way better, like way more damage. But then in this build, I can imagine it would maybe, not maybe, I'm pretty sure, consistent, like similar. If I use the pistol, and I would get a chest with Headhunter, weapon handling, headshot, put a headshot mob on it, as completely in red, how it should be, and then using the Douglas and Harding name mask. That maybe makes a bang, like that is similar with the Walker. And if I play then in a group, of course I would use the named Nibet. Either the named Nibet or the gloves on Fox Brea, or the named clothes with the multiple armor damage. I think this is maybe even better than Fox Brea. Maybe. Then instead sniper specialization, I would use the last specialization is the special shield. I don't know, I forgot the name. Because then I would make more damage, stay close to the enemies, and my team who I play with make more damage. And if my armor breaks, they get on fire.
Agent requesting backup.
Which actually would have status on the backpack, actually, if it's this happy. Yeah. Would be not a mistake. But yeah, the chest and then swapping tokens to Harding. Could be even better. 20% pistol, no? No. Not 20% hit pistol, I think, no? I'm not sure. And headshot? No, headshot is 20, I think. But yes, definitely more damage. Actually, now I'm thinking about the backpack status is not stupid. First, because if you change your specialization, you get the armor lost. Secondly, if someone play with status. And third one would be if I play besides the shield, the blinder, to blind them to run to them, would be also status. That's not actually stupid. I mean, it's not much because we don't have yellow and anything, but could save me a butt. Man. True. Yeah, now actually I was thinking about it because I played solo, that's why I think always about weapon handling. But status. Is also not bad. So that was schnell. To see what don't like a smell on the controller. But still I would like to get the chest as well, maybe. It would be worth it to test it. So where is my 1 second? I mean, of course, I still could avoid the things because I have this 1000 gold on this item instead the holster and the Douglas. And the damage is also huge. What are you doing? Finished. That what I'm doing right now is only when we have an event on. You can switch on event off and on. In that one it boots you back to the mission. So if you didn't know, that is how you can do it, but if it's no anything active yet,
True Sons have this area locked down.
what you can do if
Gonna
you
need
have
to
a
breach the
second
entrance.
person, he invites you, he leaves the group, he swap the agent, and go my name and join me when I say it's on the boss, for example. So he have nothing to do, just swapping, and
Agent charge compromised.
Need another mag. Fuck, he's on me.
Charge transfer initiated.
so you see, as the always back, I have my strategy already.
Hostile radio intercepted.
But yes, I played a very long time, so
We can't afford to lose that ordnance.
I always try to play in that way, to make my life easier.
Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
And in that way, you saw, like, I made it to
Take out
level
their
10
comms so they
already
can't call for
for
more
the
backup.
for this event. So I got also my exotics, other boxes which I really don't need yet. I will put in my third agent.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
The first I played this pistol, which I didn't want to know the strategy.
The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this
And I
info to
passed the
shore up our
holster, so I
defenses.
don't need to
Good work, Agent.
shoot. Like, even I missed, you saw like how easy I get this back. It's not the problem really. But I like to one-shot everything quicker, and then when the pistol is stacked with this build, even with the previous build I had, it's more than
True Sons have
enough
this area
damage
locked down. You're gonna need to
to
breach the
one-shot
entrance.
everything, especially when you play solo. And that's why we run that solo. So, like, even if we're in the group, 2 people, or it depends, when we are 16 people, like whatever, was running this mission, and the other people just joined me, then the others, and the others. So, for example, we could like upgrade from this time.
Take you out. Flying target.
I hear.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that
So, in the
ordnance.
time when we
Copy
farmed
that.
for loot,
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to
to
secure
stack
their
them
weapons.
because
So
of
that's where you need
because
to
of
go.
the changes what they did now. So that was the reason we did that. I like explained. I did it because I like to
Trying to surround us. We need backup. At National Bond, Division agents have infiltrated
So
the building.
we were running
Copy
till
that.
we did
Sending
the boss, through the
reinforcements.
boss, picked up the key,
Damn it.
didn't join
Agent,
you,
take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
and then they tried the next one because they were already there, the next one. So in between like 3 minutes they were already done. Or like 5 minutes, depends.
Active terminal detected.
Agent,
You see,
check
I
that
aim
computer for intel. Might shed
in
some
the
light on
front.
what the True Sons have been doing here.
I never aim after or run after the NPCs. Like very important, like a real sniper actually, melee. We don't have wind and distance and stuff, but But if you play sniper games like I
That
do,
intel you picked up was an
and then
analysis
you
of our
come to
defenses
this
at
one,
the
I
White
mean
House.
here,
The True Sons identified
you
several
can
vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
call
We can use this info
yourself
to shore up our defenses.
sniper, what like
Good
I
work,
do,
Agent.
with this talent, because after you procced the talent, you can shoot anywhere. You don't have even to hit anymore the head. I mean, that's not really sniper. Like,
True Sons have this area
when we
locked
start to play
down.
that, and we
You're
played
gonna need to
this,
breach the entrance.
the Nemesis, the Cold Nemesis. What's the exotic one name? It was already like strong enough, so I was already sniping it this time.
Charge exposed. Hostile radio intercepted.
And there we didn't have the talent, so
We can't afford to
we
lose
did
that
one shot
horse. Copy that.
like proper. But with this talent
Smart.
now, everyone
Sounds like they
can do it.
repurposed the bank's
Now
vault to
with this
secure their
pistol
weapons.
skill, everyone
So
can
that's
do
where
it.
you need to go.
It's easy.
Shade signature exposed to melee.
We need backup.
I don't know if I have done the close fights
Agents
already.
have infiltrated the building.
It
Copy
doesn't
that.
show any more
Sending
up downstairs on the
reinforcements.
left side, so I think I've done it.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they
The
can't
rest
call
to do
for
them
more
in the
backup.
outside world, like I have special builds for that.
Active terminal detected.
Missed.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was
See,
an
it's not very
analysis of our
difficult
defenses
the
at the
way I
White
do it.
House. The True Sons identified
Like I
several
said, in the
vulnerable
end,
areas in our
I play
perimeter.
here on
We
purpose
can
with
use this info to
sniper.
shore up our defenses.
Because I go in
Good
and
work,
have the
Agent.
control. Usually, not very often if I stay here. I come usually out here. When you know that the first one comes out fast and doesn't run, he goes on top. If you shoot him, usually it kills the boss and I get the key immediately. Sometimes they come in two of this side, not very often. That's it. I don't shoot the boss direct, especially when you have full health, because the damage will be not enough with this build. So that's why I use the strategy to shoot the embassies. I hope that helps. I could change to a sniper proper build and the damage on pistol will be still okay, but not needed. If you know how the strategy works and the way you see how I play. Look, I got even 40 stars already. That means I can pick up then a box. I could, what it can do is, if you see, now I deactivate it, yeah? It gives you, when you be alone, only 10 seconds cooldown. Then you spawn in the front. If you want, run only the global event. The only thing what you need to do is go back here and activate it again, okay? Takes again another 10 seconds. But for me, I don't need this. That's why I do it one time with the event, one time without event. So it doesn't matter for me. Because in the end, it will be only if I get my 60 levels done now. I think I'm close to 55,000. This was bugged. Shows me it's not 78. Then you still get
Agent charge compromised.
I've always to do my
Hostile radio
drone again no
intercepted.
position because it doesn't show
Secure the vault.
you
We can't
the new
that,
ads.
Orc. Copy that.
If something new comes, it shows you on top. You can show on top. You see the red line,
to secure their weapons. So
but
that's where you need to
it
go.
doesn't scan all the time. So you need to like even with just 1 meter. Even with just 1 meter,
Sweetie's backup. At
it's
National
okay. It's
Bond,
enough.
Division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
But yeah, it doesn't scan all the time. It was before, but they changed it. I don't know when. I just
Agents in
realized
need
it
of backup.
lately. So here, like you see, we stopped already. I put my drone there so we don't get attention on it. Shoot the first red guy in the head. Shoot the Jessica. Now I see it coming out here, unfortunately. You see, the bosses have no damage yet.
Active terminal detected.
And that's it. You see when you're done, when your armor goes up, but you know that's something. And that's it. It's easy way, it's safe. You see, how many times I was running now? I started with 20 something. So run rate over 50 levels, so that means 50 times, yeah, each, yeah, no, less, but it never die, you see. It's very impossible to die.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White
So
House.
I need only 12 more and I'm
identified
5 down.
several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work,
And I did
Agent.
this when especially the events were active, because you be more independent. If you want to do it when the event is not on, then either your second account that you join and invite yourself all the time, and have to jump out and go back, or you have another person who wants to do that, and you ask him to do that, like I told you.
True Sons have this area locked
Before.
down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
But with the global event, you see, I just come after work here and relax and play.
Hostile radio
So I could push
intercepted.
even too, I know, but it's always risky a little bit sometimes. You see, this is safe, and like I said,
Copy that.
rather wait here
Smart.
3 seconds,
Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their
and
weapons.
still, I don't know,
So
like,
that's where you need to go.
easy to make it under 2 minutes, that's what I said, so. If you'd be faster, my fastest time was when it was speedrunning, like. Oh.
Sweetie's
You
backup.
see, my
At
drone didn't
National
scan
Bond,
him again because it
Division
came out
agents have
afterwards.
infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending
Or
reinforcements.
have it over me, then it's
Damn
scanned
it.
still.
Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
I'm still loading my gun in case something goes wrong. My holster will be loaded. Coming right, you see, maybe it goes on top. Nah, I didn't kill the boss. Haha, bugger.
Active terminal detected.
So for example, the only boss left to shoot him, maybe he's not dead,
Let's just
and I
let 'em
shoot
what
with the
True Sons have
pistol,
been
then
doing
he will
here.
be dead, for example. And that will give me an 89 or 90. Shame that they have this bug now, right? Oh, 90 was 2 levels
True
even.
Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
So 10 more
Use
levels
this
and
info
that's
to
it.
shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
I think I need more coffee. After that, I will make do a nemesis run. So when I start, I have time, and I have to rush. So that's why I put the drone out immediately
True
because the
Sons have this area
cooldown.
locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
That my shield is back here. Last season, the directives were much better. I like them because on the screen you could use a skill, pick it up again. Oh, there was a headshot. Okay. They're coming from here. Shotgunner.
Charge exposed.
Excuse me.
Hostile radio
she was here.
intercepted.
Oh, I have even 10 from 50 burning, even not even planned it.
Copy that.
Did not adjust it.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to
But
go.
yeah, this is an easy way to level and have fun, get even loot.
We need backup. At National Bond,
Not good ones now.
division agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
But yes, if you say like, yeah, let's play for 1 hour, quick, and you have at least 60 levels. Obviously, me, of course, I'm sorry that I'm not sorry that I'm a smoker. Takes a bit longer. I try not to shoot the boss on purpose. I see him. Haha, bugger.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
Yeah, sometimes good runs, sometimes worst. It always depends. As long as you don't die, you know. And make it in 2 minutes. That you can say in each minute to make a level.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White House.
Yeah,
The True Sons
92.
identified several vulnerable areas in our
But
perimeter.
that brings me up
We
an
can
idea.
use this info
I
to shore
just
up
make
our
another
defenses.
coffee. I don't know
Good
why.
work, Agent.
I'm so thirsty and drink water. Like I said, I like it. It's relaxing. Or if you have a player, like that's why I have so many levels, because I had many players, and even in my clan, they asked me, can you bring me to 1,000? Like new players. Yeah, I've been quick
True
up,
Sons
you
have
know.
this area locked down.
Like when I dribble over
You're
the
gonna need to
5
breach the
times
entrance.
a level, like a 5 multiple XP, I level him up like very quick, you know. Like in one day he's 1,000. But that the numbers are right now, you need to understand, like now you see only 4 directives, which is buggy. I would like to have 5, but it doesn't let activate it anywhere. So think about it. That means you make 2 levels 100% all the time. And then with the multiple 5, that means 10 levels. Okay, so count. And I do it fast, like definitely, let's say 145, but let's say 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, you get 10 levels. Mm. Mm. So then count how many runs you need to get 1,000 done. And that's very easy, very fast, like I see. In that case, especially when it's a global event too, it's even better. So you can then you leave the person with you The only thing that my build works is he need to be a grenadier specialization, so give me 5% out of cover. And Stinger Hive and Scan. Then you can run even also like under even easier under 2 minutes. Because he scan on the first room, put the scanner where's the elevator, where 2 heads coming out or the purple. He stays on the door on the button. He pressed immediately as soon as I kill them, run next door, open it. I run just through. Second room, he runs left, put the Stinger Hive right, stays on the elevator. If he dies or not die, doesn't matter. And when I kill the last edge, he goes up automatically in front of the elevator. He press, I can run up. That means there's no time lost. That's why if you play with 2 people, then even better. In that way, I helped already a lot of people on 1000. For me, it's also a benefit because I get points. And like I said, I have many builds and I test always. Think about if I get now the chest or the backpack or both. I definitely will make them gold roll. They will be not gold roll, I need material. Then I want to make them on 30. That means I need nearly 200 exotics. So maybe you can understand now why we're doing that. Some people, they have like 1 agent running 2 builds and that's it. Of course, it's not really needed. You don't need really much things. I know like actually a lady. She runs only 1 build. So of course she's done in 10 minutes to upgrade everything. She don't need material. She just play. The only hope or wish is that they stop now. For a new player, it's too much. I think I cooked one new player his brain when I told him you need to put the items in probability that you have it, that you can roll it. What you have and you don't need, you can spend for improvise, that you can level up. This and this need destroy, I need to do this and this to get material, to can re-roll it, blah blah blah, and then builds. He understood nothing about builds, he had like 150k damage. Everything was a mess. I made him build and made like 1.1 million damage, and now he has fun to play. But like I said, for a new player, I hope that you stop now on the whole level 30, because even for us, the damage and everything, it's more than enough now. This is balanced now, I would say. Experienced player can solo things like Leggy or whatever, and new players can play easily to challenging to get better gear. If they find no one to play, or don't call for help, for example, and that's perfect. And now they meet a lot of players, a lot of players, including me, I must say. So they did a lot of things, you know, like they added, if you be a new player, you don't know, but they added Meninksu, Pentagon, things like this. I didn't enjoy that. First, you have to travel, then you had a mission, and they are super long sometimes too, which is good. Sometimes it's nice when you have a long mission or whatever. But just saying that was not a nice extension. Like now, what they did with Brooklyn, wow,
Incoming
goosebumps.
backup request.
First, because of it's a map again, you know. You can explore, you can do that, even if it's not big. And the best thing is, it's Division 1. So if you play Division 1 and you see the area again, you're like, because I think after Division 2, only one time I downloaded Division 1 again, tried to play. I mean, I have all the builds, all in Google, everything. The best settings, in my opinion. But still, it was not the same, like weapon handling and things like, I'm like, ugh. And the only reason why I did it again was because of survival. Survival was the best in Division 1 for me. That was really cool. But Division 2 is for me, of course, much better. The only thing that I haven't figured out is I had a Division 1 build, a clutch build. Coffee, my friend. Sorry. And with this clutch build, I had nearly no armor, but a weapon with a lot of magazine, and you couldn't get me down. I tested it also PvP. Even I'm not a PvP player, I must say. It's not my world. Like screaming around and killing each other, and I don't know. I did a lot when I was younger, of course, but it was a different game. But here I don't really enjoy it. I was in the, of course, in the Dark Zone for exotics collection, and to get at least to the loop 50, which you can reach. But I didn't never went in to say I need to kill other players now. That wasn't ever mine. I don't know. I'm more supporter, if you see. Even my builds, what I have, a lot of support builds. Help them. It gives me more. I don't know. I don't have even ego issues. So, I mean, I don't need to prove myself. And there will be always better players, of course, too. And I don't use any adapters. Even I heard now they cannot use it anymore. So I think the Cronus or whatever they said, it doesn't work on PlayStation 5. If it's true, thanks God. But yeah, in Division 1 it was horrible. Horrible. I think, I don't know if there's still videos about Division 1 where a guy, he did like spawned behind the wall and then he was somewhere else, but far away, and shoot in the back or something like this. Like, I don't know. And I can understand people like that. How you can be proud of that? I mean, if you should be down, it's not because you just kill. It's because you're moving. I don't understand that one. Either be a good player and manage things,
Hostile radio intercepted.
or leave it, because you can say you're the best player
We
if
can't
you
afford to lose
cheat,
that
like
ordnance.
it's something
Copy that.
where you add automatically the head or whatever it is,
Sounds like
or
you're
more
repurposed the band's
RPM or
vault to
something like
secure
this,
their
what we had in
weapons.
PlayStation
So
4.
that's where you need to go.
I think in PlayStation 5 it was also in the beginning, but I think, yeah, maybe they fixed it and it doesn't work anymore. But I haven't been in PvP for a long time, so I can tell.
We need backup. At National Bond,
But yes,
Division agents have infiltrated the building.
I mean,
Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
How you can feel like a winner when you
Agent, take out
know
their comms so they can't call for
I'm
more
not a
backup.
match. I will never get you. I mean, must be boring as well. I don't know. I don't understand that, but it must be kids or something. Or really people with ego issue or cannot lose. I don't know. Oh, the right side.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel.
Like,
Might shed
it's
some
okay
light on
if you
what
have
the
missed
True
shots
Sons
like
have been
me, you
doing
see?
here.
I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but as long as you know how to get out of it, of situations and stuff. Especially with what I played Hardcore Agent a bit as well.
That
With
intel you picked up
recommendation
was
and
an
stuff.
analysis of our defenses at the White House. The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
But if I need some help to can play, then no, I'm sorry. Maybe in B4E, okay, if you need it or want it, but still,
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
I don't understand. Well, it's a different world, different generation, I guess. So I'm nearly done here. Unfortunately, I like this really. It's I enjoy it.
Charge exposed. Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they
But yeah,
repurposed the bank's
the
vault to
last
secure
thing I
their
want to
weapons.
try is this new
So
build. I
that's
want
where
to
you
check
need
it
to
out.
go.
I don't think it's really promising. But yeah, it's
We need backup. At
Let's
National
see.
Bond, division agents have
And the
infiltrated the
question
building.
is, what
Copy
way?
that. Sending reinforcements.
For a healer, I don't think I can make my healer what I have
Agent,
now in
take out their
yellow
comms so they can't call for more
stronger.
backup.
If then I need the backpack from Ninja, but then I will lose like a lot of benefits for the support team. I missed.
Active terminal detected.
Agent,
Yeah,
check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here.
For me, it's joy playing like this. I really like it.
That intel you picked up was
Or to
an
make like
analysis
goals
of our
like this,
defenses
let's
at
say,
the White
okay,
House.
let's get
The True
5,000
Sons
now.
identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter. We can use this
But
info
after I
to
get
shore up our
5,000,
defenses.
then I have enough.
Good
So
work,
it's also
Agent.
nice to say, okay, I make this goal, but then I do something else. Be flexible, which you can be. Run Leggy to support some other people. I mean, I know already I will run decent because I want this. I also get the drone first. Don't want to forget all this.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
But the time is enough, so it's okay. Oh, named enemies. I finished.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's
I'm
vault to
just
secure their
thinking
weapons.
now ready,
So that's
should
where you need to
I
go.
try to enjoy a group, random people? Seriously? Seriously?
We need backup. At National Bond.
Also like this, you see, I don't go in cover, small tips and tricks. Never go in cover and shoot from cover.
Agent, take out their comms so they can't
Stay
call
like
for
in
more
a
backup.
corner and reload one step back that he cannot shoot you like I did. And then shoot from like a very small angle that maybe you miss shoot the corner or you miss or hit the target.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer
And
for
because the
intel.
chest that's also
Might
a
shed some light
reason
on
why I
what
don't
the True
shoot
Sons have been doing
those
here.
directly. First I wouldn't kill him. Secondly, I need to restart. Oh, with the pistol, but when he goes there in cover, he's stupid. But here in cover is easy, you shoot the box, he burns and you can shoot him.
That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses at the White
But
House.
like I said, I played
The
this
True
for
Sons
years now.
identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
Maybe one
We
more
can
and
use
this
this
enough?
info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
And reached my goal. Nice. Fun.
True Sons have this area locked down.
This is
You're gonna
bug
need to
shows
breach
his
the
health, but
entrance.
78 actually. Only when I've swapped the weapon it works. Strange. Now let's see if this is enough now this round to get my 5,000.
Charge compromised. Hostile
That
radio
was a good one.
intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that ordnance. Copy that.
Of course, a benefit if you don't miss if the
Sounds
spawn
like they
comes from the
repurposed the
right.
bank's vault to secure their weapons. So that's where you need to go.
We need backup. At National Bond.
Yeah,
Division
not so good,
agents have
but okay.
infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Damn it. Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons have been doing here. That intel you picked up was an analysis of our defenses
Here
at
we
the White House.
go.
The True Sons identified several vulnerable areas in our perimeter.
And reached my
We can use this
5,000.
info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
So, I hope this was helpful. So if you're alone, make just a pistol build. or ish with sniper mixed if you want to. You don't need the new item, Douglas Harding, Perfect Walker, Providence, the perfect one. The holster, if you want to do it one shot immediately. And the two named items, Quebec's Foxtrot. That, for example, is more than enough. And only what you do is deactivate them or activate them. So if you have only one agent, you can do it by the first agent by yourself, go inside.
Backup.
Then you have a cooldown till Tuesday. So if this is happening, that you have a cooldown,
True Sons have this area locked
if you
down.
have any
You're
of
gonna
your
need to
clan
breach the
members,
entrance.
players you know, you ask them to activate it. And the thing is, they don't lose it. What they do is they go inside, activate, like go inside the mission, but don't open any other doors. They stay like here, like me now. Invite him or her. Give him the leader. You don't need to even. You just leave the group. And he also not starting before you have not left. That means he didn't open and started the mission, so he doesn't lose it. So for example, I have a second or third agent. If someone says, can you invite me? I go to my second agent, go to the mission, invite him, leave the group when he's there, and then he can start running. For example, I did this now before. I asked a player to invite me. He invited me, jumped out, and that's how I got it, because I was running with this agent yesterday already. Or the day before, I don't know. I have a cooldown, so I cannot start this mission. But I can join someone else. Meaning, you can run from Tuesday till Monday evening, whenever the reset is, from Tuesday to Tuesday. Any time, every time. And with this event, you can do it by yourself. You activate, and you spawn for deactivate. If you want to run only the global event, when you deactivate it, that you spawn back to the store, you can activate it again. So you can run 100 times this mission in around 2 minutes with only the global event, but it will be a little bit more than 2 minutes, because if you run the time 1:43, 1:45, like really fast, really good, then you need to swap once, which is 10 seconds, which is 1:55, like under 2 minutes, what I said. But if you activate it again, it's under 10 seconds. That means you'll be over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 10, for example. Not big deal. I just give you numbers. It's still good. So if you want just these boxes on this event, you just can run that in a short time. You get all the items. I was the day before. I think I enjoyed this. I was running by myself, and I get to 9. Today, so I got in the first 2 runs already the last exotic. That's really not a hocus pocus. And when you say, yeah, but if people, but in a group is difficult, takes longer. Yeah. When you finish the boss, when you picked up the key, you don't run up. You invite them. They join you, and you run up together, and they get the points. They leave the group. You activate or deactivate the season, the event. You spawn in front. You run through, invite them. For example, there's so many ways. And then you can swap. Let's say I run now 20 rounds. I invite them in, obviously in the end. They get the points, they jump out. After 20 rounds, I say, I want a cigarette. Can someone else run? Then once there's in a group, I give him the leader first, then I leave the group like everyone else. He stays there, he activates the global or deactivate the global event, and he spawns in the front and he can run. So if you're 4 people and have a good build, that you can run it, each of you 4 by yourself in a good time, you can always swap around, you know? And the others can go out, open the boxes in the meantime, destroy or sell, or even though the what's called it? You know what I mean, like for anything what you want. They have time to 3 players, like 1 minute something. Then 1 minute 30, like usually I say already, 3rd room. Then they get ready the menu, get off my name. When I say now, they travel. And then, yeah, in that way, you help not only yourself, you help even a group. Like 8 players, they didn't have the build. Some people tried, but it died. But that's okay. But then they leveled up, they were able to make a build too, and then they could run as well. So there's so many ways, like I said, to do that swing. Besides this secret mission, there are more secret missions, but in my opinion, this is the fastest one, the easiest one. There are some which are very not long, but it takes longer because you need to do some pressing buttons, running there. Yeah. The worst is the disco club. There's a disco club. Whoa, that's annoying one a bit. But then the other side is cool because they play music, like really cool music, like do, you know, if you be in that area then. So yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing more to mention. I will run quick 1 more to the end, get 2 more points, why not? And then I think I make a 3 minutes more break, and then I will run decent and check if someone runs with me, like 2 players would be cool. If not, I run alone, no problem. And I don't know what they have active now, I didn't check. Of course, everyone likes the Bullet King and Blake. But let's run one more time. But like I said, if you said like, but I want to run this event all the time. Like I said, it's not an issue. You go here, and let's show you guys maybe one more time, and then you can say activate. Not a big deal. The only thing is you need to wait again 10 seconds. Just that you have seen it, maybe. It's a good idea to show you. But of course, if you leave one time the mission, you need someone who invites you again.
True Sons have this area locked down. You're gonna need to breach the entrance.
Strange how buggy it is sometimes. So now activate the event again, for example. So you can run only the event 2. Takes you only 10 seconds longer. A normal headshot.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
Ihr hört ja?
Hostile
Camera
radio
rubbish one now.
intercepted.
Secure the vault. We can't afford to lose that
Because of the
ordnance.
heat they had.
Copy that.
Smart. Sounds like they repurposed the bank's vault to secure their weapons.
Ah,
That's where
nee.
you need to go.
Servus. Ich denke mal, wer atmet denn hier mir ins Ohr jetzt hier? Ach so, ne, ich bin nur bei YouTube und zeig den kurz, wie ich
We need backup. At National Bond,
Ouch,
Division
ouch.
agents have infiltrated the building. Copy that. Sending reinforcements.
Nee, warte mal ganz kurz.
Agent, take out their comms so they can't call for more backup.
Okay. So, warte, ich mache nur den Bosskampf noch hier.
Active terminal detected.
Agent, check that computer for intel. Might shed some light on what the True Sons
Ja,
have been
müsste
doing
aber
here.
fast, ja, fast 60 Level gemacht jetzt, glaube ich, oder drüber 60 Level. Ja, jetzt genau. Aber gleich mehr, ja. Ja. Ja, ich werde jetzt dann noch ein paar
That intel you picked up was an analysis
mein
of our
Ziel.
defenses at the White
Oh,
House.
wieder
The True
Boxen
Sons
voll.
identified several vulnerable areas in our
Und dann werde
perimeter.
ich aber
We
vielleicht
can
noch
use this info to shore up our defenses. Good work, Agent.
da gibt es auch neue Comms. Wieso mit Schrecken? Ist doch gut. Die haben ja
Safe area detected.
Agent, I need to debrief with Schaefer. Kelso had to go. Said it was safer for us if she's not here.
That filled my inventory.
Okay, kann ich dir alles zeigen, das können wir easy lösen. Aber ich hab alle, ich weiß wie. Mhm. Mhm. Die Weißen werden nicht rot, die bleiben weiß. Es geht um die anderen, die zwei. Wenn du die weiß machst, können die nicht mehr einnehmen, selber. Zum Beispiel, ich erkläre es dir gleich. Ich werde nur den YouTube-Stream dann kurz ausschalten, damit ich die hier mit Sharescreen machen kann. Und dann zeige ich dir das alles in Ruhe. Ist easy. Aber ich glaube, du hast was verwechselt. Ich weiß schon, was du verwechselt hast.
My inventory thanks you. Good trading with you, Agent. Good to see you. That filled my inventory. Thank you.
Kaufen.
My inventory thanks you.
Sehr gut. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I need show some some special stuff which you need to share screen, and I can kick me out of game. So see you later, alligator. Bye bye. Adios, amigos.